Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we're back with another pick a card reading. It is timeless. We're gonna see what are people saying about you, what makes you attractive, and we're just gonna see an overall reputation check just because obviously we want to answer as many questions as we can with these little readings. So we've got that herbal latte honey thumbnail back. This time we've got some ice, so I'm not gonna drag. I feel like it's straight to the point today. We've got some things we're gonna look at, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that verbal description for those of you that are visually impaired, or if you simply like to listen to me describe each pile to choose that way. Let's go. Pile number 1 is the blue butterfly pea iced latte. Pile number 2 is the golden chai iced latte. Pile number 3 is the green matcha iced latte. And pile number 4 is the pink rose iced latte. I almost said rosé, so some of you that may be like your drink, but it's actually like rose, like flowers, okay? So I will give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile number 1, my blue butterfly pea iced latte. Let's see, what do people say about you? What makes you attractive? And overall reputation check, right? I know some of you have been picking that just because you've seen it. So you're picking the iced latte, you're picking the hot latte, you're picking the flower that was on the I think Secret Admirer reading, and now I just got away with some of you are like, I'm very consistent. This is my go-to. This is my group. So I love that for you. I love that for you. So for those of you that are new here, we channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. We do read from a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson, in the journey. Now, because there's a heavy theme of what makes you attractive, I do want to lead with the lighter side. But if there's anything that you need to know, that may be a shadow in your group, we're obviously not going to keep that from you. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. I'm going to see my pile number 1. Blue iced latte. Butterfly pea. Tell me more about this group. What are people saying? What makes them attractive? It's a lot. It's a lot of things. But let's be nosy really quick, and I'll take that one in the bottom, right? So we got beginnings, daffodil, violet, copper, could be relevant energy. We've got a lot of yellow here, so you may be a group that picks yellow a lot. But we've got appreciation, sunflower. Someone think could be Diana, that could just be a relevant theme. But what I see here is an appreciation for some sort of a new beginning. So like people are saying really positive things regarding you in some sense of some type of beginning, and whatever it is that is pending or that you're working on, things like that, okay? Because I mean, that's just really clear, right? Really distinct initial message. And we've got beauty, which is the orchid, yellow tiger, swallowtail, more yellow. So yeah, this is my yellow group. Look at you. But people they think you're actually very attractive, naturally so. Okay, like this is a group where people are like, yeah, we think so highly of that blue iced latte. They look so good. They're so nice. If you need something new, they'll be good to go on that journey with you. They're good to start new things. They're very appreciative. You're going to really appreciate having them around. Like that's kind of the energy I'm getting, like a very lighthearted wave. I almost ignored this, but we've got spirituality, which is the cherry blossom and the Chinese peacock. So when we talk about spirituality, I don't know if that's an important part of you and your life. I heard the word aesthetic. People find that very attractive. People find it very soothing. I heard the word. And then out the gate, it just feels like a pile that people really think highly of. Like you're very, like people favor you a lot. So I love that for this blue butterfly pea iced latte. Look at you. You do have the Supreme at the bottom of your reset. So, I mean, it's kind of like you're one of those people that people are like, yeah, I mean, Pile one is the type of person that everybody likes, gets along really well with other people, really attractive on the inside and out. Like, those are things. So I'm like, let me just keep pulling cards in so that I don't make this longer than it has to be. Seems like everyone thinks you're great, especially when we talk about a new journey. We talk about a new journey. All right. 10 of Cups. Yeah, so Ten of Cups talks about someone that's really good in community, right? Really good in family oriented, really good with children, things like that. So like people just think that you're just a really good person to have around. You really light up an atmosphere. You bring like love and like a nurturing, safe vibe to people. It just feels like something, I don't know, like I don't know why this group would be looking to see what people think. We've got this 8 of Swords, which talks about holding yourself back. So okay, that is an interesting energy of kind of hiding your energy, withholding your energy. Okay, I heard the words protecting your peace. People may say that about you. That's what it kind of feels like. It feels like a certain level of restraint you have that people seem to admire. So I don't know if like, because you know when you have those personalities that are a little more loud and over the top in a great way, like in the best way, in an exciting way, it seems that you're like not like that, if that makes sense, and not in a way where that's bad, but just in a, you're not very loud, you're not very like active, like not very like showboaty. You have a certain gentle way of connecting with people, if that makes sense. Like it's a very quiet way of connecting with people that people really admire, right? Like the types of people that really don't like to be like loud, and like the people that like to be under the radar. It seems like you, but it seems like the type of people that really appreciate your energy more, because I know a lot of people can't really handle being around like people that are really like loud, that attract a lot of attention, that are really active, fast paced, quick speaking, things like that. It feels like whatever pace you move with, the type of energy you give to other people, it's comforting and relaxing, right? That's what we've got. So let me see. And you got the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom as well. So people see you as very fortunate, as the type of person that can turn situations around. You do have beginnings that came out of the, like, as one of the first cards, right? So it just feels like you have an energy of being able to turn circumstances around for the best, right? And finding light, or creating a light where things are bad, right? Yeah, well, we'll take it. I'm not going to fight back. We have clarity. You're the type of person that creates a lot of clarity. People feel like they really admire how clear you are, how direct you are, even if you're not very sharp, like the sword, in terms of like your direct nature. Something about the way you're clear and concise in the way you're interacting with people, right? And the messages you convey. So like people don't have to kind of guess when dealing with you. You're very upfront about what it is and what it isn't with them, if that makes sense. But yeah, that Supreme card is back. People think very, very highly of you. This is a person that's like, yeah, Pile One's just one of those people that's just better than everybody. It just is what it is. You know, some people are just great and the rest of us are just regular. I don't know why I heard that, but that's what people are saying about this group. Like they're very, gifted, very talented at things. They're very smart, very wise, but also at the core of it all, they're still a good person. That's what people are saying. So I don't know why this group needs to know that, but I like making you guys feel good. Good for you. There's a strong maturing energy of planning. Like you always have a plan, right? You're always very grounded in knowing what you're gonna do. You're very good at stabilizing and creating plans. And I know we talked about that a little bit, but that's kind of what that Two of Wands talks about. It's like that orchestrating energy, being able to orchestrate, organize, and all the things like that, right? Especially when we talk about that clarity, like finding the clarity in confusion, finding the clarity where other people might not be able to see. Honestly, finding the clarity and getting yourself out of a position where you can't see. Like if you find yourself in the 8 of Swords position where you feel stuck and don't know what to do and how to move, you're very good at kind of activating your power and that Supreme and just orchestrating and getting things moving, right? Got that Temperance card, which talks about a moderating energy. So yeah, I mean, people think very, very highly of you. They see you associated with success and prosperity. You're exactly that type of personality that people see with that, though, because again, you're generally likable as well as capable of things. Okay. I'm trying to like make sure I have everything in frame. Look at you. There you go. Okay, so let me pull. Interestingly enough, I don't know that these readings are going to be super long today because I'm going to have a handful of decks that I'm using for this reading. So let me see. All right, tell me more about my pile number 1. Expect powerful change, moon eclipse, and don't let your past hold you back. Yeah, so I mean, people like that you're very grounded in who you are and all of your past experiences, right? You may be the type that does not let your past hold you back, and they like that because again, we had that reference to beginnings. I also want to mention, like, every time I see like the peacock and like things like that, for a while I kept seeing the cherry blossom card come out as well as like peacock energy come out, so you may be coming from those groups. This is a confirmation that you're in your right place, right space. I just wanted to mention that. But and I say that as I'm talking about the past, right? So past readings. But don't let your past hold you back. It talks about you kind of settling into lessons you've learned, being very wise as a result, but also using that to create, right? With the Supreme and the Two of Wands, using that to help you create, whether we're talking about concepts, ideas, actual activities, because I heard the word activities, right? Like you have a lot of things that you can share very naturally, very comfortably, right? With other people in a way that it's just like common sense to you, where it would be a lot of effort somewhere else. Okay, so we do have your commitment is being tested with the first quarter moon, which references early stages. So any situation where we're talking about it being very early or early stages, people may be saying you're being tested and they're hoping like you don't let your past hold you back. And then let me see, sorry, I had some background noise. I was like listening to make sure I didn't need to pause and adjust. But yeah, you know what? Maybe that's relevant because I really did have some background noise. I was like, maybe I'm going to have to pause and go see. But this is just saying like maybe you have some external noise, right? Where your commitment's being tested and people are hoping you don't let your past hold you back and things like that. When we talk about your comfort zone, because the South Node is your comfort zone. Okay, yeah, so this is a pile of people kind of having conversations. So it could be one or two things for this group. This is a pile of possibly needing to kind of tune out external noise and factors, or of like people actually saying that, if that makes sense, like hoping you can tune out whatever noise, right? Could be very much literal, or it could be like figuratively, like, or like basically worrying a lot about what people are saying, hence the actual message of the reading. Like people could be like saying that they're hoping that you don't listen too much to what people are saying about you and things like that, because that's what this combination feels like. Now, the lighter side of this, it truly feels like someone, the early stages somewhere, that has a lot of a foundation to build on, right? And that feels like a lot of potential. That's a word that people are using to describe you, okay? So let me, hey, I'm like wiggling around certain things in here. So, but you have another South Node. So, destined to release. So a lot of things people are talking about are reference to your past, right? Your past, that's what people are saying. People are talking about all of your past experiences, past connections, whatever it is, that's what it is. Could also be people from your past primarily talking about you, okay? Definitely the case, especially when we talk about creations and activity and things like that. I say that because, where was I going with this? Oh, what I wanted to say here is the lighter side of this energy is you having a very solid foundation, like we referenced. So this is your talents and gifts you were born into this life with. And so that could be topics of conversation regarding people, right? So they're talking about where you're very gifted, very skilled, very talented, where things are really natural for you. That's the topic of conversation, okay? So let me get a good shuffle. I'll grab this card. And then we'll move over to the melanin pop and see any details we can get regarding this, right? Uranus just showed its face, so There could be something shocking and or surprising. Yeah, okay. We've got the house 2, which talks about physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. So we've got your house 2 of your self-worth, your self-value, right? Your assets, your money, your finances. So those could be topics of conversation, especially when we talk about, again, beginnings. Beginnings seem to be a huge theme, moving on from the past and things of that nature, because cardinal energy begins seasons, right? Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Okay, it says instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit. People could be referring to you as a pioneering spirit, someone that's really down to just start completely fresh. It could be like just in life, it could be in like career, it could be relationship, whatever new beginning, whatever fresh start on life, any area. That's the topic for sure. Definitely a topic. Now, if does not feel, I mean, it's always gossipy. That's why we ask the question. It's a very gossipy question like that we're asking today, but it doesn't feel gossipy in a worse way. It feels like optimistic. It feels hopeful. Like spirituality feels like people that may like be praying for you where that's necessary, things like that, right? So it doesn't feel negative. It just feels gossipy, right? That's exactly what it feels like. So some of you needed to know that. At the bottom of the deck, we have Oshun here. You did have a lot of yellow. So the thing about that Orisha is you can see here she talks about self-love, beauty, water, fertility. She's healing, rules lakes and things of that nature. So she with peacocks, right? When she comes through the readings, like symbolically, right? Because I don't want people to be overreacting, right? When she comes through the readings in the form of symbol, it's kind of a message of self-love, right? Of healing. Honestly, with this being a question of what people say about you and what makes you attractive, it's a very good symbol to come through, right? Like when you see this Orisha, it references beauty, like literal beauty, love, self-love, passion, creativity, like a very rich, fulfilled life, right? Healing, like all of those themes are things that people are really like attracted to in you, but also the things that people are saying about you. So to see Oshun, to see the Supreme on the table, again, people think so much of you, okay? We do have another reference to the memories and past lives, right? We got karmic, soulmates, reminiscing. So past, heavy past energy here. Heavy past, heavy new beginnings. We talk about finances and grounding and self-love and self-worth, right? Let me see. I'm going to get more clarity on any specifics we can get there. We got a lot of planning and clarity on the table. But I want to get a little more specific if I can quickly before moving on to the last 2 decks, because I only got 2 more decks after this. So tell me more. What are people saying about my pile? Number 1, what makes them attractive? You have the best reputation you could have. I don't know what else to say. But I do want to get a little more, because I feel like this is a group that wants to know more about what people are saying about you. So we will try to see. Honestly, Oshun coming out could very much so be a message to not worry about what people are saying about you and to focus on yourself, because you have a lot going on in the best ways, okay? All right. Fireworks. So, okay, yeah, celebration, passion, loud, light, fire, brightness. So yeah, I mean, great energy. Like something about celebration, like people are celebrating you, will be celebrating you, want to celebrate you. That's the energy, okay? Like something about like it. This feels like a pile of things going really, really well for you, and people admiring it. Especially if we have a history of like holding yourself back, of things not working out, right? With this past ties, keep having and new beginnings and having to start over in whatever area of life. The sun is coming out a little more clearly. Like things are clearing up for you. People are saying. So I don't know why anyone would say anything negative. Like it doesn't feel like something. Like it just feels like a pile of wanting to see what people are saying. Like I feel like stepping into your energy, you want it to know, but it's the best things, right? It's the best things. So You've got this rebound energy, short-term relationships, fast breakups, grievances. Okay, so maybe that's what it is. So we'll talk about it, because honestly, I'm going to keep it. It's not like a heavy shadow in any way. This could be you. History, when we talk about relationships and connections, doesn't have to be, right, romantic. Could truly just be, right, like, because rebound energy could be like a breakup and someone moving on with someone else, right? That could be any type of partnership or collaboration. Okay, so that would be a theme. Now, rebound. When you rebound, you recover. You see what I'm saying? In the best way. So this feels like fireworks after a rebound, after a recovery, right? Like this feels like a pile of recovery. Okay, and people talking about that in the best way and celebrating that. Okay, now some of you may, I don't know what situations, all of you are on different timelines. Remember, I said past, present, incoming energy. So if you're truly in your pile, this could be incoming energy. If you feel like I'm not celebrating, some of you are going to be like that in the comments, like I'm not celebrating. Well, this is something people are saying you have the potential to be celebrating. Okay, and whatever celebratory energy, it feels like you will be very much attractive in, right? Like the best type of attraction. So this came out, and I was already going to pull one from my one of these love decks. Okay, so we'll see. People may be referencing children if you have them, especially when we talk about memories. Tell me more. What are people saying about my pile number one when it comes to their love life? Some of you have like a partner that maybe wasn't good for you, and people are really excited about you leaving them alone. That's so gossipy, and it's not funny, but it just hit me when I looked at that. Like, people are like, oh, thank God pile one left that person alone. What happened? I mean, I don't need to know what happened, but good for you if you were in a situation like that where people are truly like, ooh, I'm so glad that this butterfly pea latte left that person alone. Yeah, for sure. So I don't know what your history was like, but and it doesn't have to be romantic based. It could be any situation. Like, I'm so glad that like pile one got away from that situation, right? We got ready for love. You've been understandably guarded, scared of being hurt again, but you took the time to heal. Now you are ready to try love again. So you know what? People are saying like that they're hoping you open up when it comes to love and relationships in general, right? Romantic as well as otherwise, because we have inner fears here. Okay, it says, as you face your inner fears, you recognize what is holding you back from attracting a healthy and loving relationship with others and yourself. And feels like a pile of a lot of trauma, of trust issues, right? And it just feels like people are hoping that you like open up for love, right? Platonic, I heard the word family, as well as romantic. It just feels like a pile of, okay, feeling ready for love, but being scared. So I don't know where that would apply, okay? Or being ready for love, needing to be ready for love, but fear holding you back, because it actually fell in the placement of holding yourself back, right? Underneath that 8 of Swords, that's the theme, okay? That's the theme. So again, not letting your past hold you back when it comes to love, and letting your fears, you know, bind you, that's a topic, okay? So yeah, we're gonna close it out. We're just powering through these groups. I love it. At the bottom of your reset is karmic justice and navigation. So I'm going to give you some advice, because I've been using this for advice and I like it, and we'll close it out. Okay. What's my advice for my pile number one? You got banish a curse. Use your wisdom to banish a curse. We'll take it. Feel blessed each day, because you are, regardless of if you feel like it. Like, just know that you are in some way, shape, or form, right? You know, the most mundane things. You woke up, you're breathing, right? Especially if you're able-bodied, right? Even if you're not completely able-bodied, you still have able tendencies, right? There's still things you can do, right? As long as you have potential, things are working out for you. We have magical power here. Your advice is to step into your power fully, completely. Use your wisdom to clear anything that may be holding you back, and just fully step into your blessed day. Okay, so that is all I have for you today. My pile number one. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, my pile number 2. Let's see, for my golden chai iced latte. I'm like struggling because I'm actually channeling like right now, literally as I hit play. So I want to just let you know, we're going to see what do people say about you, what makes you attractive, and just an overall temperature check on your reputation. For those of you that are new, we channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. We do read from a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. Now, we want these to make people feel good. We want to lean into what people find attractive. So I'm not going to emphasize the shadow where it steps in. Obviously, though, if we see something prominent that needs to be addressed, we don't keep that from you guys because we want you to be better. We want you to like not self-sabotage in certain things. So I say that as I'm channeling energy quickly, swiftly. So something about this pile feels like so much so like caffeine. It feels very stimulated, very active, possibly aggressive in a shadow sense. So watch it if you know you have a tendency to be a little bit aggressive or possibly mean, because it's a very stimulated energy, right? And like I said, we're not leaning into that, but it's a thing, okay? So I do see someone very enduring at the bottom of your reset here. You do have endurance, right? So it's cactus, which cactuses can be a bit prickly, right? In some of the worst ways. So like I said, just be mindful of that energy because people may see you in that way. But endurance is a very good quality to have because I talk about that stimulation. I talk about that activity, someone that can persevere and power through. That's how people kind of see you. So let me just start pulling cards. You can see. Tell me about this chai latte. Like I can't even talk right now. Chai latte. Tell me what people. Some of you, you know what? I've not gotten this in the reading before. But you know, I feel like my people selecting this pile. Some of you may have names that are like difficult to pronounce, quote unquote. Like if you know how people act. So like it may like people may like consider you to have a name that's like difficult to pronounce because like I'm really struggling with saying chai latte. Like, why is that so difficult for me right now? It's not, but it feels that way as I'm saying it. And I'm realizing it because I've identified you with that. You may have a name that people do that with. And they may be saying that, right? Like that may be a thing. And they may think it's a very attractive name. They may just like be struggling with it a little bit, okay? I got that wave. And I think that was new. That was like a first time channeling something like that. Well, in a collective read, okay? So let's keep trucking along. But yeah, I don't know. Even as I step into this reading, like I feel like this pile, I have a little more energy for this reading. So look at you. So people may be saying you're getting your energy, you have a lot more energy, or you're very energetic just in general. I like it. I love it. Okay, tell me about this chai latte. What are people saying? What makes them attractive? The reputation is that of a go-getter. That I know. Look at you. Passion, very passionate. Right? Look at you. I like it. So people do see you as very passionate. I heard the word authentic, very prominent, pronounced, like something about you. You're very distinct in nature. Like your energy is very distinct, right? I like it. Okay. Tell me more about this. Pile number 2, got love. I do have a lilac pile. I do, you may be coming from there. If not, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. This is just confirmation for people that were called to that reading. But love. So love, passion. People see you as very love. And you embody love and passion. That's the way I want to describe it. Like they just feel you as very loving, very passionate, like very loud and care, right? Like the energy you have is very just active, very and very passionate, very loving. Like that's just, I don't know, you kind of feel like the person that loves very hard, very openly, very passionately. You may be a romantic. That's the word people use to describe you, okay? All right, let me see. What are people saying about my pile number 2? What makes my pile number 2 attractive? Let's see. Tell me about this chai iced latte, please. What are people saying? Well, I mean, I don't know what's going on. Got a 10 of swords. I've been getting this a lot. Are y'all okay? Like a 10 of swords, like you know, like, I mean, life happens. It is what it is. But we got the 10 of Swords, which is like stabbing back 10 times. It's betrayal. It's being slaughtered, right? It's having to endure, what we talked about at the beginning, things over time. Like 10 of Swords is something that it doesn't happen swiftly. It doesn't happen like oh, boom, it's over. It's painful, right? Like each sword has to be stabbed in. There are 10, I always lead with accountability, right? Of how you find yourself there, but in no way, shape, or form is the 10 of Swords something you put yourself in. It's literally like it takes a lot of external factors to get to the 10 of Swords. So I do like that I see it following all of this love and passion. People really admire, I'm using that word intentionally, that despite this being past, present, whatever circumstances, you still remain very passionate, very loving, very caring, okay? Very active in your pursuit of passions, very active in your pursuits of love. I don't know why I'm snapping, but I'm telling you, this is my pile of stimulated, like move, move, move. I don't know what's going on. So let me see. If you know what, you might have that keep moving forward mindset. I get that. Okay. Tell me more about this golden chai iced latte. What are people saying? What do people find attractive? Hey, this card has been following us a lot, and I love that for y'all because that's a great energy, the supreme, right? Connecting with all, being a part of all, right? It's kind of an I am the universe is me energy. That's kind of what it feels like, okay? So seeing the 10 of Swords leading to the Supreme, it feels like someone that literally was able to rise above something. So this is a person that like literally rose above the most enduring, the most possibly traumatic circumstances and situations. Okay, like, and that's the passion, that's the love. And people are like, how is the chai latte so energized, so passionate, so loving when they came from that 10 of Swords? Like, how are they able to embody the supreme? It feels like people being in awe of you a little bit. That's what I've got. So let me, well, is this my last card? Let's take it. We're not gonna overreact, right? Like, it feels like efficiency. Like, we're not gonna overreact. If I have one available, let me just take it and move. That's what we've got. Yeah, detaching from that. Okay, the 4 of Cups talks about someone like, right, you may meditate, right? Like, you may be that kind of an energy because right, they're sitting, right, like you would when you're meditating, disconnected from any trauma, disconnected from any burdens, right? That's what it feels like. So people are like, pile 2 is not letting anything stop them, hold them back. They disengage from anything that like stops them from being in the supreme one with all energy. Like, people see you as someone that like really could get out of any, I heard the word unnatural, but any negative situation, circumstances, okay? They think very, very highly of you, okay? Let me see what's at the bottom. Yeah, so this is the thing. People think you're really friendly, really social, really, again, open with people. This is how everybody kind of wants to be your friend, okay? Everybody wants to be your friend, right? This is the pile. Everyone wants to be your friend and everyone wants advice from you because they feel like with that supreme energy, they want to know how you detach from certain things, how you overcome certain obstacles, like how you are able to constantly find yourself in a celebratory energy with that 3 of Cups, because that's like a gathering of like, oh, we did good, so let's go have a drink after the week, right? That's the energy. So I like it. I like it. People see you as friendly and social, very welcoming, very unique and rare with this blue moon card. Tell me more about my pile number 2, my golden chai iced latte. I'm just dropping everything. Something about you, you're able to surrender to the divine and see your dreams kind of manifest, right? Like, you're very good at creating a plan for yourself. You're very good at creating a plan for yourself and doing what you can, and then kind of letting the universe take the parts that you can't really do much with, right? The end of a tough cycle approaches. People definitely feel like you're ending a cycle or have, right? I want that card, but I don't have a true bottom because I dropped all of the decks. So people may say like you're starting a new beginning, but you don't have a solid foundation because of chaos, right? And you're trying to find your footing, you're trying to ground, or this could be a historical energy and people are like thinking about the past and how you had trouble grounding and how you tried to get going and it was difficult, but you still came out on top being the supreme energy. I think this one wants to be here. We do have conclusions within reach with the full moon eclipse. Yeah, because I saw this earlier, and then we keep getting blue moon. So something about you very unique, very rare in the best way. This is my rare gem pile. Okay, that's what you are. That's how people describe you, and that supreme energy. Okay, you may have a very unique look, very unique appearance. Something about what makes you physically attractive is different from average. Okay, you're very close to achieving your goal. I'm telling you, people think like whatever it is you got going on, people are anticipating something very much successful for you, right? Like you're close to achieve your goal. Conclusions are within reach. The hard part is almost over, or it is over. Detaching from that. That's what people are saying about this group. Okay, so I don't know what's going on. Look at me. I'm like pulling this through. Where people are talking about that, how well you're doing or how well they expect you to be doing. Okay. Tell me about my pouch too, my golden chai iced latte. A golden chai iced latte. Okay, let's take it. Yeah. We got Libra, consideration, fairness, and harmony. So it talks about your connections with other people. It talks about your partnerships, right? It talks about diplomacy. People see as very diplomatic, like very, again, good with people, right? Very fair, very logical, okay, in the way you treat people, right? Like that Ten of Swords could very easily be someone that's like, oh no, it's over. Like people are bad. I hate to say it like that, but that card can put someone in that mindset. Doesn't seem like you have it, right? And people seem to admire that, okay? Especially when we talk about fairness and harmony and just balanced approach to things, a very balanced and harmony-based person, okay? But I keep talking about partnerships, business deals, contracts, possibly marriage. People are speaking of you in that sense. They're talking about that, okay? Now, we do have Sagittarius, which talks about optimism, exploration, and freedom. Sagittarius is... I keep wanting, okay, let me just scratch the point I was about to make, because apparently the energy is like, no, we don't care about that. Tell them about the luck. Because it's going to talk about like how it talked about like growth and learning. And it's like, no, we don't care about the growth. We don't care about the learning. Reference Jupiter. It's ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion, of abundance, of luck. Okay, so like, I don't know, people are talking about you being very lucky in some area of life. It could be here where we talk about like all of the things that are Libra based, because Libra rules like legal system. It rules like the justice system overall, right? Justice in a mundane as well as a spiritual sense, like, right, this could be someone considered to be a little bit highly favored by the universe, right? We also talk about your partnerships, your business deals, your contracts, right? We talk about your relationships, right? Platonic, professional, romantic. People thinking you're like really expanding there in the best way, okay? Now, Libra also is ruled by Venus, which is the planet of love and beauty. So here we are with all of this very attractive energy, okay? I always, before I pull from this other deck and get ready, I only have 3 decks. We're going to close it out soon. I want to reference Libra because there's always a theme of, like, when we talk about Venus being the planet of beauty and the signs that it rules of Libra and Taurus. So Taurus would be more like of a traditional beauty, and then Libra would be like that quirk, like a something different about you that makes you really attractive. That kind of reinforces that message that I made, right? And you know what? With Sagittarius, it feels like a lot of people that find you really attractive would be people, like I don't know, like you may travel a lot or things like that. You may find yourself in settings with a lot of people that are not like the same cultural background of you or religious background as you, because it feels like these are primarily the types of people that are talking about you and the types of people that kind of admire you. Like they like the differences, if that makes sense. So let me see what Melanin Pop has to say. Give us some more details about my chai latte. And then I'll get you one from the love deck, and I'll get you advice and close it out, okay? Tell me more about what are people saying about my golden chai iced latte and what makes them attractive. Yeah, I mean, I told you, people find you like so attractive. I thought like I saw a couple flip over. No, I'm gonna take this and whatever the bottom is. But yeah, people find you really attractive in a sensual way, right? It says exciting, kinks, unusual, mix it up, new things and fantasies. I reference the stimulated energy. Like I'm realizing that maybe sensual attraction. You have a vibe, like people look at you and immediately get stimulated. I missed that at the beginning, but this card came out to make sure I know you may look really good in red, okay? But something about your energy, you have a very spicy vibe, okay? In a way that, you know, people find attractive. And it doesn't have to be just stimulating in that way, right? It talks about you're the type of person that gets people excited. You lift the energy, you lift the mood. Like you're the stimulant of like, let's go, this is exciting, this is fun. Like that's like you're the party animal, right? Not necessarily in a literal sense, but in a, hey, we're gonna have a gathering, you're the one that makes it fun. You may have like stories, you may like interact, like there's something about your energy you bring to a situation just really picks up the room, okay? Look at you. Something about red for sure, but we do have caution, beware, toxic, warnings, danger. Now, I mentioned that shadow. I did mention it at the very beginning where I was like, be cognizant of the energy you give off. So if you feel like you give that off, like that very aggressive energy, watch it, because that's what we have with the red, right? That's what we have with the red, that spicing up energy, right? We do have unusual. So that also, I keep referencing you being different in some way, right? Regardless of who you're around and how, but something about your beauty, your level of attraction is very, very different, okay? Red flags. Let me sit with that because I don't want to overlook something chaotic. Some of you people may be saying that you need to be cognizant of this energy of like people that may be like hypersensualizing you, right? Like there's a red flag, like watch it, right? Like cause some of you have a certain energy, right? Like you can't control if you have if you kind of have a sensual energy naturally, and people may be saying that like there's certain people that just kind of, I don't know how to describe it, right? Like you give it, like you're not intentionally giving off an energy, but people may either be reading it that way, or you just need to be mindful of people that may like be predatory towards you because of that energy, right? Like people that may like hypersexualize you because you're just naturally attractive in that way, if that makes sense, or may naturally identify you with that energy. But red, root chakra energy, okay? It's a root chakra energy. It's very grounded. It's rooted, right? It's stable. So it represents the physical body, which people find very attractive. You may actually have a certain look physically, as well as like when we talk about that energy you give off, you may have a certain look physically that people may hypersexualize some of you, because that came out very prominently, okay? All right, well, that was interesting. Let me pull from this. You do have ecstasy at the bottom. Some of you people are talking about your sex life, your love life, where we talk about like, because I'm getting some themes of like promiscuity and whatnot, okay? Some people may be saying you need to slow down. Tell me more about my pile number 2. What are people saying about you? What makes you attractive? Butterflies. We've got this harmony here. There seems to be some disconnect. Use this time to address any issues to restore harmony in this relationship. So you know what? Some of you, if you have relationship issues, it's, people are discussing that. People may also be discussing, like it just feels like some people may be misinterpreting your energy. I feel that, or feel you're misinterpreting their energy just in general. We could be talking about love specifically, But I also, like, I'm getting a strong vibe of like just people in general like misinterpreting your energy. I got the energy at the beginning where like it was like people mispronouncing your name, things like that. It could be like a cultural thing where there's just a disconnect, and people, like, it could even be like a language barrier. Like, I'm getting that vibe for this pile. Okay, and it doesn't have to be the strongest shadow, but I mentioned like when things like that come out, I want it to be like, I don't want it to be a barrier for you. It just feels like there's a miscommunication, like like a disconnect somewhere, right, with your energy. Because some of you may have that reputation, honestly, whether it's true or not. Okay, we've got an incoming energy of butterflies, which says enjoy the overwhelming excitement and bliss of new or old love. That's that exciting energy, that stimulated energy. Oh, I see. You make people really uncomfortable. Look at you. You don't mean to, but you do, because that's what it is. There's a lot of sensual tension surrounding you. Like, you give people butterflies and it makes them uncomfortable. There's people that are uncomfortable around you because you're really attractive, because they're like attracted to you. Okay. So I was struggling. I couldn't get it, but that's what it is. So that's a thing. So what are people saying about you? What makes you attractive? That you're really attractive in a way that makes people uncomfortable. That's what we've got here when it comes to love. Okay. Some of you, when we talk about like love in general, this is a group of people that you make people uncomfortable when they're attracted to you, and like they get butterflies, but I don't know that they engage you romantically, because it just doesn't fit. You may either come across as unapproachable, or they're just nervous and scared. I don't know what's going on, but that's what's on the table. Like, I'm so glad I cut through that. Now we can move on. I'm gonna get your advice and close it out, but I mean, we kind of got a gist of what makes you attractive and what people may be saying. I did not make this too long. Yeah, you got that tiger and leadership. I didn't make this that long, and I want to keep them a little bit shorter, because I'm going to do them more often, honestly, because it's a series now, so it doesn't have to be this long, drawn out thing, the way like some of the other readings I do, maybe like once every like 3-4 months, right? So I'm cutting down. That way you get more readings. Lion, tiger, people associate you with that, okay? But here we are. Your energy here is saying to be courageous. Some of you in this group, I get it. That's why your advice. People may be saying like you're overreacting when it comes to like love. Like, people may say like you have a lot of passion, you have a lot of love, but when it comes to like romantic options, you get butterflies and it makes you uncomfortable and you don't do anything. I get that, okay? So your advice here is just to be courageous, just in general, with everything you're doing, everything you're working on. Be very confident, be active, and go. We do have creativity here, right? So be courageous, be creative, okay? Be courageous, be creative, okay? Those are your two messages, okay? So that is all I have for you today, my pile number 2. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 3. Let's see, for my green matcha iced latte, what do people say about you? What makes you attractive? And just a temperature check on your overall reputation. So for those of you that are new here, we channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. We do read from a polarity, which means there's a light as well as the shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson, in the journey. Now, we want to lean into the what makes you attractive. We want you guys to feel good. So I'm not trying to like overreact to any shadows I see. I will definitely mention anything that steps out prominently. That way it doesn't become a thing where like it like limits you in any way, because we don't like that, right? We don't like that. So I look out for you guys, okay? I'm gonna hop right into it. I'm getting a strong sense of just attracting abundance. You do have the abundance card at the bottom of your reset. What's this? Compassion. So something about some of you are picking the blue pile as well. That's interesting. What people are seeing is very abundant, okay? Very much so. So let me get a good shuffle. We'll see. What are my people? Hey, why am I saying my people? Some of you, it's your people, like people around you, people that are close to you day to day, like your family, like your close friends, right? Because I'm like, what do people say about my pile number 3? And it's like my people. Some of you, if you have a team of people, I might be talking about what they say about you specifically, like your team, your people, things like that. Okay, I will take these two so we don't like play around. Abundance is just something that is you. I do have dream readings, go see. But royal fern, large grass yellow, yeah, we got some things here. So go to the dream readings, okay? But we do have abundance. You have dreams of abundance. People are saying that. People think that you are like a dream, okay? Let me see. Ambition. You have the ambition to achieve success with your dreams. That's one very explicit thing that people are saying, right? Like your dreams will lead to abundance and you have the ambition to achieve it, okay? That's what people are saying. Very clear, very distinct message. There we go, there we are. All right, yeah, we got the Hierophant. So this actually talks about leadership and hierarchy and like spiritual leaders, things like that, like heads of organizations. That's that. It's also very grounded energy of like your assets, right? So tell me more about like pile number 3, my green matcha iced latte. I think it's funny because you got the Hierophant just now, which is kind of like that grounded energy of like the head of organization, head of church, and then you've got the High Priestess, which is kind of like the woo sense of that. So like the High Priestess is the unseen, like the parts where the dreams, it's literally the dreams, whereas the Hierophant is the application towards abundance, right? It's like, okay, I got the spiritual guidance, I'm receiving this channeled message, but like the Hierophant is where you actually teach it, where you actually apply it. Okay. Right. I like to use the analogy of like prayer versus religious text in that sense, right? One's very concrete, one's very abstract. Yeah, Ace of Wands. There you go. I'm telling you, ambitious. People are saying like pile 3 is ambitious. They are abundant. Whether they are now, they will be. Right? Like they have dreams of abundance. They have the ambition, the follow through to get it going, right? The activity, the energy to get things going, right? That spark, right? There's certain inspiration, a certain inspired energy on the table, okay? Tell me more about this pile 3. What are people saying about the matcha latte? We'll take it. Yeah, look at you, the sun. That orange energy, right? Sunflowers is a thing. But the sun talks about, yes, so you got like the Ace of Wands, which is the stimulant, the activity, the initiating energy. You got the sun. Some of you could be Leos. You could have Leo placements since we got fire on the table 2 times. But I mean, yeah, people see you as a spark. They see you as like ambitious. I know I keep repeating that, but that's really just, that's what they say. The sun is like the light, like vibrant like the sun. It's a yes energy. It's a yes, you can achieve anything you want energy. Like that's what people think very highly of you. Think you're very radiant. Think you stand out, right? It's like a light beaming towards you. That's what people see, okay? Like there's a certain glow about you. So let me get one more. There we go. Take the bottom. Okay, well, I've got the God of Wands in reverse. I heard some, it's funny because like this is the Afro Goddess Tarot, right? And some of you, the God of Wands reverse is like, people are like, yeah, no, like pile, when we talk about feminines, pile 3 is super independent. They don't need like a man. Like they are fine, right? They are fine. Like that's kind of, for those of you where that applies, I got that strong wave just now. God of Wands, very active, very aggressive. So you may have that passion, that spark, that ambition without being hyper aggressive, the way that people kind of associate with a more masculine approach, right? So that God of Wands in reverse talks about not needing to go about it in an over aggressive way, okay? And then we also have a sense of Let's see. Leo is a fixed sign, fixed placement, could be set in your ways. So I just want to be cognizant. Potential shadow could be very set in your ways, right? That could be a thing. So just be mindful, be mindful. We do have the past references here with the Six of Cups. So Six of Cups does talk about the past, being very comfortable and familiar with what you're used to doing and things like that, right? That's the thing, okay? That's the thing. And then when we talk about, sorry, let me just, there we go. Try to clear that up a little bit. When we talk about dreams, Six of Cups does talk about dreams. We talk about like past lives, past personalities, past experiences. Some of you people are saying you have literal dreams that lead to abundance, because we did have the High Priestess, right? Like you may be the person that just, your instincts, because I associate ambition with like cardinal instinctual energy, like something about your instincts just naturally lead to abundance. So like you may have tendencies, like psychic tendencies, if you're not full-fledged, where you just kind of know what to do, like, no, this is what we need to do, and then it works out, possibly even in a way where it wouldn't have for anybody else, but because like it was very instinctual towards you. Okay, so let me keep pulling these cards. Tell me more. So much fire on the table. So I don't know who this is. Okay, listen. Some of you, you're looking vibrant like the sun, right? You're doing really well. But we have whoever that God of Wands is in reference to you, like it could be an ex, things like that, right? With a Six of Cups. It could even be someone you have children with. But it just feels like someone, and regardless of your gender, right? Someone from your past with masculine energies, they may not be doing well, or they may not be looking good, or you know what I mean? Like people, that's a topic. Like people are like, oh, they don't look good, or like they seem to be going through it, they seem to be struggling. Like that's what I'm getting for this pile. Okay, I don't know who that would be for you. Maybe we'll get more, but it's definitely someone masculine in expression that's connected to your past. Possibly someone very active, very aggressive. Could be the best and or worst ways, right? When we talk about fire sign energy, because it doesn't have to be someone with fire placements. It's just simply someone with that energy, right? So tell me more about my green matcha iced latte. What are people saying about them? What makes them attractive? Okay, adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. So your ability to adjust, your ability to pivot. Okay, what is this? It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. It's in reverse. Ooh, you know what? Because it's the same vibe, right? Taking action where you want to, and refusing to budge when you don't. I hate to say it, like it feels like autonomy. It feels like your yes being a yes, your no being a no. Okay, I've got that. But it's time to take action. Adjustments are required where things feel off, where things feel wrong, where something doesn't make sense. You're not gonna budge. You're gonna adjust before moving. You're not gonna just do anything anyway. If it does not make sense, if it does not feel right, you're not going to do it until there are adjustments that make sense. Okay. Now, it could be a shadow, but it doesn't feel like a shadow. It feels like people are like, yeah, no, we know that's how we need someone like that around. That's kind of what I got. Like it doesn't seem, if that actually felt like more of a neutral message. Like there's some people that like it because, especially where you may have a little more active, ambitious energy, where you're not afraid to say certain things don't make sense, and other people might be, they may appreciate that more. But just in general, some people are like, yeah, it's gonna create more effort for us to go around and have to like redo the thing, but it doesn't make any sense. So you're not gonna do it until it's adjusted. That's what people are saying about you. But again, it feels more neutral than people admire it or whatever, right? What people do admire is that, again, your ability to be active without being overly aggressive. Okay, that is a thing. That's definitely a thing. So let me keep pulling these cards and see what's going on. Tell me more about my pile. There's definitely someone masculine in nature. I mean, again, regardless of you, right? I'm leading with masculine energy because this is the person I'm describing, right? Because some of you, this could be a person that's discussing you, someone that's not doing really well, right? This God of Wands in reverse. Others of you, this is someone people is discussing compared to you. Like I said, whether it's someone from your past that you are connected to in some way, possibly partnered with, or could be a childhood friend. We also have that God of Wands reverse could also be ooh, I lost it. Could be someone you lost contact with, some of you, or could be like, again, someone that's talking about you or people discussing in reference to you. But what was I gonna do there? That's what I was going to say. Some of you, people are comparing you to whoever that God of Wands is in reverse. We have it. It could be someone in Aries. It could be someone with Aries placements, okay? Doesn't have to be. Does not have to be, because Aries energy is like the God of War, right? It talks about someone that's very aggressive, someone that likes to conquer things, right? Because you got both of those in reverse. So someone's saying like, this person needs to adjust. This person's going to have to adjust, right? And I don't know how that's in reference to you, beyond it looks like you having the energy, you kind of having that sun, right, where it's like pile 3. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of the rat, so I might be talking too much. But it's like, it feels like you kind of have that solar energy of like kind of being able to be better. I don't want to say it like that. That's why I keep pausing, because I'm trying to find the best words to describe it. Like there's people comparing you to that God of Wands reverse where they're thinking you're better. I don't know what's going on. We do have more South Node energy. So we have a huge historical tie here, okay? Tell me more about this pile number 3, this green matcha iced latte. We'll take this one. Okay, and our bottom. So Aquarius is originality, philanthropy, progressive imagining. So very creative, right? Someone that has a unique spin on things, right? Like you have a unique spin on things. People are talking about that. Like this, ooh, I'm hearing the word creative options. So there's something about creative options that people are discussing regarding you, okay? Especially when we talk about things that like aren't moving, right? Because this is a not moving, adjustments need to happen, right? And being very creative here. I do see people discussing like creative opportunities for you, your creativity, things that are very shockingly unique about you. We have more of the same like very active, fiery energy. We have another sun, right? So yang, proactivity, expression, doing, and for motion. So I have creative situations that move. I have something that needs to be adjusted that's not moving. I don't know what that's talking about, okay? I really don't. So I'm going to pull from the Melanin Pop. I may get 2. I'm unavailable at the bottom. I may get 2. You got dreams again. It says manifesting. Let me see. Manifesting, deja vu, patience, and blissful. Got it. We got secrets. So people are keeping secrets, right? Silence, burdens, quiet. People may be saying you're really quiet. We got voodoo coming out. It's all kinds of stuff coming out. Look at you. I loved it. Tell me more about this pile number 3. What's going on here? Where we talk about very draining people and situations. I don't see good things. I'm so serious. Like whoever is on the table with that really aggressive and draining energy from your past, specifically for some of you, it's not, I won't say that it's not looking good for them, but it's just, it doesn't seem like it, right? Like, okay. So we've got performer, shine, confidence, musician, spotlight, dance, communication. Look at you. I'm struggling to grab the rest of the deck. And then we've got tradition, family values, ceremony, generational beliefs, and groups. Look at you. Look at you. So people are saying you're doing really well in like a family setting and like a community setting. I associate like tradition with like community, and like it says group. So like whatever group setting, it seems like you're doing really well, or you're going to be doing really well. Performer feels like a little bit of the star. Leo energy is 100% the sign of like personality and being the star of like whatever group. So look at you. People are saying that. People are saying you're doing really well there. Okay, very active, very creative, very different. Yeah, I mean, that's what we got. So let me pull from this love deck. I gave myself a time limit, y'all. So I'm like, let me just knock it out. We've got enough. We got a new chapter and Ready for Love coming out. But yeah, we're going to do these more often so they don't need to be super long. And I already have like actually 2 of these already up. So if you're like, oh, I really wanted more, I really wanted more, new chapter's still here. Divine Union is here now, so it's looking good for you romantically. But I have 3. This will be my 3rd one that I've done within like what, 2 months. So you go play there. Okay, and then wait for the next one, because it won't be that long before you get another one. Okay, especially now that I'm cutting these down. So let me get this. Tell me more about my pile number 3, my green matcha iced latte. What are people saying about them and finding them attractive in a romantic sense? You know what? I didn't get much of what makes you attractive. It just feels like people admire your ambition, your strength, right? Your power, and like you do have a certain like solar glow, like a certain light that radiates from you. So people do find you attractive. It's just, right, like that performer sun energy. That's the attractive vibe you give off, if that makes sense. And the other things are just people talking, right? All right, well, okay. Ooh, you know what? I don't know. So I got the shoulder. So welcome back, everybody, with the shoulder, with the right shoulder. Look at you. I think it's funny now, because a lot of you genuinely are like, no, she didn't mention my shoulder, so it's not my pile. You have to stop that, because I mean, we want to lead with intuitions, but some of you, you're like, no, she has to feel it in her shoulder, or I won't know. Stop that. But yeah, I did get the wave of the shoulder just now, so good for you. This is your pile. I think it's hilarious. So tell me more about this screen. Yeah, okay, look at you. We've got attraction, so people do find you very attractive. You seem to have a lot of romantic options. It says your captivating energy makes you attractive. You wear confidence well. Leo is a sign of confidence. Even if you don't have those placements, you give off that wave, that air of Leo energy. It's the lion, right? It's like solar energy, literally the sun, like bright summer day. That's it. You have family and friends. The support of family and friends may strengthen this connection. If you have a romantic partner, it's feeling like your friends and family are very excited, they're very supportive. If you're seeking a romantic option, your family and friends may be key in helping support you there. When we talk about someone you're attracted to, or options that you would be attracted to, like it just feels like you're attracting a lot of, actually it does feel like you're a person that's attracting a lot of friends and family in general at whatever stage of life you're at right now, and a lot of opportunities for love as a result, right? Also, this feels like maybe there's someone, oh yeah, with tradition, there may be someone that you have an opportunity to really settle down with and start a family. Like I'm like, start a friend. Like maybe it is a friend. Maybe you're gonna start a new friendship soon. But it just feels like, and then we got mischances. So that may be a topic as well. So let me just get your advice so that we don't make this that long. The bottom of your reset, you've got finding love. So that clearly should be a priority for you. So really pay attention to like your friends, your family, right? Your community collective settings, where you're attracted to people, like make that a priority, because that's at the bottom of your reset, okay? So tell me my advice for my green matcha iced latte. Let me close it out. My advice for my green. It's funny because I didn't notice it. I haven't been looking at the screen, but I have like a little bit of a meditation sound in the back. So some of you, green is something, like the color green is a thing for you, or maybe you picked this because it was green, because the heart chakra is there, which is funny. We're doing the love, right? Sorry, I felt like I was gonna sneeze. So you might have allergies, but the heart chakra is green. So I'm like, I'm getting like a glowing green light from the TV, and then I'm looking at my thumbnail, which is the green, obviously, latte for you. So something about green is important. We've got let go. So your advice is to let go and ground. Okay. Because I was like, oh, that's ominous. I hope this other card helps. Well, you have to ground your energy. So let go of what's restricting you, what's holding you back, and ground, right? That's what it feels like. Because letting go, because there's a crab here. So crabs are like, obviously, like water creatures, right? So watery flow, right? And it could be things in your heart space, right? It could be things in your heart space. I feel like the shoulder falls into that for sure. That could be why that's like that for some of you. But like clearing your heart chakra, right? Working on that a little bit, letting go and grounding your energy. It feels like you may need to let go and ground your energy, okay? That is your advice. So that is all I have for you today. My pile number 3. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post there on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, my pile number 4, my pink rose iced latte. Let's see what people say about you, what makes you attractive, and just a temperature check on your overall reputation. So for those of you that are new, I channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read from a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson, in the journey. Now, we want y'all to feel good. I've been laughing after I say it every time, but that is the goal. That is the goal, because we're leaning into what makes you attractive. I will not ignore shadows where there's an opportunity to adjust, because we want y'all to thrive, right? I want to see you guys do good. I want to see you guys be great. So if I see a prominent shadow that could be a limitation or a liability, we will mention it, okay? So let me get to pulling cards. At the bottom of your reset here, you have friendship, okay? So some of you, it's going to be your friends talking about you, or people may just be talking about you in reference to your friends, right? I heard some of you, your friends make you attractive. I don't know what that means or how that would be applicable in any way. I don't know what that would be talking about, but let me pull these cards and see. Pink rose iced latte. Appreciation. Well, we got the sunflower. Look at you. People appreciate you, right? They say they appreciate you. They say that you're very appreciative, right? Like it feels like a really good energy coming through. Let me see what's at the bottom. Endurance. Cactus is back. Okay. People appreciate how enduring you are. When we talk about prickly situations and how difficult things could be difficult, right? Where things could be difficult or hard, people appreciate your endurance, right? Your persistence, your ability to follow through and continue even where things may be hard or challenging, right? Where some people may like give up, you do not. That's what people say, okay? You have a healing energy of the Four of Swords, okay? Tell me more about this pink rose iced latte. Okay. Tell me more about my pile number 4, my pink rose iced latte, please. What are people saying about my pink rose iced latte and what makes them attractive? Some of you have a very strong appearance in the best way. People find that attractive, okay? Got the 6 of Cups. We talk about past influences. Some of you, something to do with children, right? Like, so people are talking about you, possibly your children, or your childhood. A reference friendship could be childhood friends that's coming through. Some of you people think it's attractive how you handle your kids. Like if you have kids, they think that it actually made you more physically attractive, like just you having to be a parent, whether we're talking about like actually physically having children or just having to rear them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a certain energy that people have when they have kids, right? Like that may be making you more attractive to people. Some of you people appreciate how enduring you are when it comes to your interactions with children, okay? So let me see. Tell me more about this pink rose iced latte. 9 of Wands in reverse talks about a pause. So the 9 of Wands would be a pause, right? in reverse, it feels like someone completely moving on from the past, like enduring, persevering, moving on from the past. So people are talking about you moving on from the past, like saying you're not sitting and waiting, right? Or you've not stagnated due to your past. I don't know, for better, for worse. You're looking forward, looking ahead, very active in a sense. Okay, so let me get this other card because I'm trying to see where am I going with this? I don't know where I'm going with this. So let me see. Some people may be saying, like, I don't know where I'm going with this when it comes to pile 4. That's funny. My pink rose latte. I guess I'll take these two just to get clarity. We've got success. We've got a hermit. Okay. So yeah, it's like not waiting, taking action towards success, right? 6 of Wands is victory. It's conquering. It's usually a parade celebrating like we did it, right? We did it. And then this number 9, the hermit, talks about being to yourself. So it talks about like kind of success on your own, using your own knowledge, your own wisdom, right? As an individual. It's ruled by the sign of Virgo. So it talks about like attention to detail, your health, your wellness, your routine, your work. Lots of things coming through here, okay? Some people say you do really well on your own. You're doing really well on your own, especially when we talk about being a single parent. Okay, I got that. I don't know why that came through so prominently. It's so specific, so I hope that it doesn't alienate the rest of the group. We've got the Hanged Man, kind of surrendering, right? I call it the Give It to God card because it's like, what am I going to do? I just have to do what I can and release what I can't, right? This is ruled by Pisces, so we've got the Virgo Pisces axis. That could be relevant seasons, that could be relevant placements, okay? As that is very much so a polarity of dreams versus reality, right? The mind versus the physical body, when we want to think about it in a literal sense, right? Things like that, okay? So people are talking about you trying to just being to yourself and surrendering a certain situation and doing all you can and being very successful when it comes to that. Okay, them appreciating you in that sense. You're being appreciated for sure here. Okay, time for healing. More references to healing. Luck is on your side. So balsamic moon, new moon in Sagittarius. Okay, so here we are. Here we go. Here we are. Here we go. Healing. Luck is on your side. This feels like people saying like you just kind of gave it to God. Like whatever situation you gave it to God or giving it to God, and it's working out really, really well, because it feels like we're healing here, and it feels like just getting lucky and being very confident that things are going to work out, right? Because confidence is your key to success. Okay, so I don't know what's going on, but there's something that's enduring. People are very appreciative and grateful about the endurance. We got a person that's staying to themselves, being very successful at being to themselves and being healthy and just kind of surrendering to God, not letting the past hold them back, being very active, just proceeding as normal. I don't know what that is referencing, but yeah, healing and knowing that things are just going to be fine and being very confident in that. So I don't know what's going on, but that's a topic of conversation for this group. I'm going to pull from this other deck, and then we'll see what if Melanie Pop gives us conjunction. Does see a union, merging, coming together. Some of you people may be discussing you finding a romantic partner, if that's a thing, or connecting deeper with a romantic partner, where that's a thing. Okay, tell me more about what people are saying and finding attractive about my pink rose iced latte. I heard very cool. I heard very cool. Okay, like when I say cool, like thinking like how that would be like very cool, refreshing, kind of like a milkshake kind of a thing. We've got Mercury, which is think, learn, network, and communicate. So we talk about conversations. We talk about the mind. This is a pile where people think you're very highly intelligent, right? You're very smart, right? You're very connected, right? And then we have Neptune. And we're going to talk about a little bit more before I pull from this other deck, but Neptune is dream and transcend. These are the 2 planets that rule these 2 signs. So when I talk about the Hermit and Virgo based energy, Mercury rules that sign. When I talk about Pisces, and 12th house energy, we talk about Neptune ruling Pisces, right? That 12th house energy of the hangman talks about hidden talents, hidden weaknesses. Those could be themes. They talk about hidden allies as well as hidden enemies. So be cognizant of that on the table. Those could be conversations. These could be people talking, right? Be cognizant of that, because that's another reason why they doubled down. They gave us the planets. Now, I mentioned seasons, I mentioned timelines, I mentioned placements. If you do not have Virgo or Pisces placements, don't overreact. This could be Virgo season. This could be Pisces season. Okay, that I'm talking about, where things seem to, where people are referencing or looking ahead to. Okay, that's what it kind of feels like. So let me pull from this Melanin Pop deck. You do have a secret admirer, which is ruled by Pisces energy, for better for worse. If you got somebody watching you in secret, talking about you that you may not realize they're talking about you, but it does say crush, stranger, love, daydreaming, surprises. So I have secret admirer readings, actually. I do. You may be going to the sun. I have a sun. I think I did it like literally a year ago. So go to that reading if you haven't. Like if that was your pile, then you know you're in your right place, right space. That may give you clarity. I have no idea. I remember it being a chaotic pile because, you know, there's certain energies you remember. If you don't really remember the reading, you remember like, ooh, that was a lot. So maybe go to that pile if you haven't, because it is a secret admirer reading. Okay. All right. Yeah, look at you. There's a thievery energy here. Steal, criminal, cheating, ulterior motive. So that could be you, that people are saying that about you, or they could be saying that you have that around you. Or maybe these are truly people around you that are talking and scheming. I don't like to say that, but I mean, it is truth. So let me see. My pink rose iced latte. What are people saying about my pink rose iced latte? What makes them attractive? Yeah, okay. Red flags. So be I'm gonna just, because I got a card here, I want to see a card here, I want to see, and this fell. So it's red flags. Be mindful of people around you, especially people that think that you're very lucky. Like there's people that like think you're lucky in the best way. When we talk about powerful energy and like getting ahead and like rags to riches, anyone that kind of feels like you're like really lucky, watch that. Because like I keep getting that energy of someone secretly watching you, just thinking you're doing really well. And even if you are great, but I don't know, it just feels like someone thinking you're lucky, and that could be resentment, right? Like feeling like you have an easy life and things are going really well for you and you don't have to work hard for it, even, you know what I mean? Because that could be a thing too. Like endurance could be someone thinking you don't deserve like certain blessings. So watch it, just watch it. Because anyone that's like, oh, you're really lucky, right? I'm working hard, I do everything, and I don't get as much as this one that doesn't do much. You know what I'm saying? That's an energy that's on the table. Like someone maybe like, oh, you know what I mean? We got beach energy, ocean, water, cleanse, force, subconsciousness. And then I've got fitness, cosmetic surgery, body modification. I told you some of you look really strong. You look really good. People say that. I'm getting a beach body vibe. Look at you. I'll keep it. Some of you people are like, look at the pink rose iced latte. They're like beach body ready, getting their life together, health and wellness. That is that the sign, the house that rules, that hermit card, like really good, conquering their fitness goals, looking good, feeling good, really committed to someone or finding commitment, locked in. It doesn't have to be romantic, it could be. I got a love at first sight of communication here, so let me see what's going on romantically. What are people saying about my pile number 4's love life? What are they saying? I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Very soon is at the bottom, so I don't know what's going on, but there's a very soon. So tell me more about my pile number 4, my pink rose iced latte, please. What are people saying about them? What makes them attractive from a romantic sense? Laughter. Okay, well, we're gonna take, because it wants to come out, I'll split it here. So there's something that splits. There's some sort of a split that is relevant. I don't even know what that means. But we have laughter here. The laughter shared between soulmates warms the spirit in a way no coat could ever. People think you're very funny. You're good at telling stories, things like that. Anything that would create like humor and laughter, like you're very clever, like it's always fun with you. But we do have commitment here. We do have divine union here. I do have slow down. Just because we want something so bad doesn't mean we have to rush into it. Take a moment to talk with your partner or yourself to reflect on what is best. So, ooh, I don't like that. I'm gonna say the really good thing, and hopefully I don't forget the bad thing. Some of you, the really good thing is like some of you like, because hermit is kind of like the hermit and hangman combined could be like secretly just doing things. I do kind of see like a secret engagement or wedding, like somebody might like sneak off and like get married on the beach. That's so cute. Or if that happened, that's a conversation, or people like think you would do that. But I don't really like this combination now that I'm looking at it really good, because laughter, slow down, divine union. Some of you, like there may be people that are laughing or like really happy that like things aren't working out with you and a current partner, right? Like they're happy about it. Like they're laughing because things slow down towards some type of union, right? And divine union could be romantic, but it could also be like union, right? Getting something you want, or just like things working out for you. Like people seem to be happy that you're not getting what you want in some sense, okay? So that's interesting that people would do that. Look at you. You got haters. That's an interesting energy to have here. So I'm just trying to sit with this so I can see more positive things. Some of you, you have a partner that's wanting to slow down and enjoy the connection more before taking the next step, like wanting to kind of like slow down and like really enjoy being together and getting to know each other further before like making it like a really serious thing. Okay, that's a thing. But I mean, that shadow was so ugly and it hit me immediately. I was like, ooh, what is that? Because I don't like to see that for y'all. I don't know what type of people you are, but I don't wish that on you. Let me see. Slowing down for divine union. Some of you, people are saying that like by you really slowing down, because there is a healing energy here. This is a good thing, okay? Like you slowing down to heal, to like enjoy your life with laughter, led to a divine union, is leading to a divine union. So I love that. I love that, right? Like you slowing down, prioritizing your joy, your pleasure, your healing. By doing that, like you really put yourself in a position to like find a union you're seeking, right? And that may be how you like, maybe you met somebody on the beach, or you're meeting somebody on the beach or something like that, right? That's an analogy for something, even if it's not literal, okay? So let me get your advice, and I'm going to close it out. We have Latte at the bottom. We have concealment. Watch that, concealment. Some people think you're hiding something. People think you're being sneaky, and you may very well have sneaky people around you. It is what it is, okay? Tell me more. Give me my advice for my pink rose iced latte. And we will close it out. I just saw the owl spirit of learning the truth. There's some type of truth that needs to come out, whether you need to know or people are trying to like see something coming out about you. I don't know what's going on. But what is my advice for my pink rose iced latte, please? What ice? Ooh, what ice? Something about ice. Give me the advice. Tell me. It's taking a lot. It's taking a lot. My final message for my pound number 4, please. My pink rose iced latte. What do we need to know? Is there something else I should be? Yeah, it's okay. We still have a little bit of time. I'm gonna pull from a different deck. Boom. What's that? What do we need to see? Self-care is a thing. Okay, so people are talking about you and your self-preservation and your self-care, okay? And that is also advice. And to focus. Okay, focus on your self-care. You needed a different deck. I'm still going to pull from this other one. You got a maturing energy of overcoming fear. You're being very distinctly told to focus on self-care. Prioritize yourself. Okay, overcome fear. And then split the deck, which you know what, go to the sunflower pile. I'm gonna leave it alone because this is a sunflower here, right? You got a lot of sun, a lot of sunflower energy. Those will be themes, summer, beach themes, okay? But you got happiness, okay? Prioritize your self-care and happiness. Focus on your self-care and happiness. All right, go to that sunflower pile. I'm debating on now if I'm gonna add a new one because I don't want to keep sending people to that chaotic pile where that may not be a thing. I mean, go to it because it may still be a thing. I really don't know what it was like a year ago, but I just remember it being interesting. I may make another secret admirer reading soon, and I may prioritize putting that. So if you see it incoming, then you'll know to go there. Okay. So, but the message you need: focus on your self-care and happiness. Okay. So that is all I have for you today. My pile number 4. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching.